Hello again, everyone. Hope you are well on this Wednesday night. It is September 25th. It's kind of late. As I record this, it's 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm typically able to get a video out earlier, like in the afternoon sometime after work, but it's been a busy day. Busy day at work and here at home. We're preparing to hunker down for Hurricane Helene to affect us here in Georgia. I know it sounds weird, in Georgia. Also, I'm going to cover a couple of other things. I think we're not only inching. It's not a matter of inching closer to WW3 anymore. We're being run into it, and I think it's going to happen sooner than later. And we need to prepare. We need to be keeping up with this. I'm going to touch on that. Also, talk about rhetoric, y'all. What I read earlier that was said by a uh, Democrat delegate, it's it's disgusting and it's pure venom. And I believe it's done on purpose for a reason. I'll go into that for a specific reason. All right, so bear with me. I have a very good passage I'm going to share with you towards the end of the video. It's a verse that I needed to hear earlier today that is helping me, and I'm going to cling to it. I needed to hear it, and probably a lot of you probably need to hear it too. I've got a lot of new viewers, a lot of new subscribers here lately. Welcome to this my little low budget channel here. I'm very informal. I just speak what's on my mind, and I like to give updates on what's going on in the world because the news, the media, the main media is not talking about a lot of real important stuff. So I like to bring that out, and I will get some commentary on it. Of course, you may not agree. I get it. I do ask you just be respectful in the comments. You can learn a lot from the comments in these videos. A lot of good people, a lot of good prayer warriors, a lot of prayer warriors. Even if you're not a Christian, if you just want to hear uh, some humor along with it and just other important updates, you're welcome. You're welcome here. Okay, you're all welcome. All right. First, Hurricane Helene. They say it's going to turn into a Category 4 here soon, which I was afraid of. They were saying 3, but it's going to be a 4 when it slams into the panhandle of Florida, around that Panama City area. And it's going to hit there and just churn right up the gut, right through Florida, that part of Florida, up the gut of Georgia. Now, we're in northeast Georgia. Yeah. And before I go any further, Miss Dawg earlier, I wasn't expecting this, but she said, I mean, think about it. She said, we're talking about the hurricane, and we were outside and we were trying to get some stuff, loose things that we don't want to blow away in the wind, just bring it in the house or in the garage, just kind of taking a walk around. We're going to do that again in the morning. And she said, think about it. She said, I know this sounds very conspiracy theory, but think about the states that are affected by this hurricane so far that are about to be really hit hard. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and there could be some others, but those specifically those. Florida, Georgia, Tennessee especially, Kentucky. What do those have in common? Think about it. What do those states have in common? Hmm. Maybe large areas of mm, redness. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that and let y'all think about that for a minute. I'm gonna let that marinate. But I thought that was interesting. I hadn't thought about that. I don't know. Yeah, they're saying that by tomorrow's going to be the big event here. It's going to reach us tomorrow during the day. Tomorrow evening into Friday morning is the crucial time here, really. They're saying that we could even hear where we are, northeast Georgia, We're expected to see 75-mile-per-hour winds, y'all. At the same time, a lot of rain, inches and inches of rain are going to be dumped on us. So not a good combination. We're not used to 75-mile-per-hour winds here, unless it's a dang tornado. And we're not in a tornado alley here. We rarely get those here, knock on wood. But we have a lot of trees here, a lot of trees. And so that's my big concern. I'm not concerned so much about losing power. I know it's pretty much a given. We are going to lose power. There's no doubt about it. But that doesn't scare me. We're fine with that. We're prepared for that. And yeah, does it kind of suck? Yeah, it kind of sucks. But we're going to be fine with that. It's the things that you can't control. Think about it. The things you can't. What can you not control? I can't control the wind. I can't control what it's going to damage. What, you know, if it's going to bring something to bring a tree down on something we own. I can't control that. So that does cause me anxiety. It causes me some stress, and I'm dealing with it. I'm trying to deal with it here. But I appreciate you guys' prayers. Also, we need to pray for the folks in Florida. They're getting hit first. I mean, they're getting that storm surge down in Florida. And that's going to be pretty significant from what I'm seeing. I mean, this is a big one. This is a biggie. So let's keep them in prayer as well. All right. Okay. Next thing. All right. Democrat. I've never heard of this person, but you want to talk about spewing some venom and a bomb thrower, but Stacey Plaskett. Never heard of this lady. But apparently she was speaking from some kind of hearing or something. I don't know. She's a delegate. She's a delegate to the United States House from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Anyway, she said the DOJ and the FBI serve as a check against white nationalism, great replacement theorist, Christian nationalist, white fragility. White fragility. I don't think I've heard that one now. I've heard of these others, but what is white fragility? I don't know. That sounds kind of bad. Fascists. And the twice impeached felon, former president, and would-be dictator Donald Trump. Okay. All right then. I can't find enough words how disgusting. They want to talk about them saying that the right needs to tone down the rhetoric. What is this? I mean, can you imagine if somebody on the right spewed that kind of stuff? It would be plastered over the main media for days and days and days. Think about it. Serve as a check, against white nationalism, great replacement theorists, Christian nationalists. Yeah, you got to throw Christians in there. What is a Christian nationalist? I mean, a lot of us are Christians, but a Christian nationalist? I don't think she can define that. What is a Christian? We're Christians. We're citizens of Christ. That's first. What's a Christian nationalist? If it's being a Christian that believes in Jesus, then yeah, that's what I am. White fragility? Fragility? Fragility. It makes me think of that old movie, A Christmas Story. Fragility. I can't help it. Fascist. Ooh. She probably doesn't know what a fascist is. Would-be dictator. A would-be dictator. Let's see. He was president for 4 years. I don't remember him starting a war. The economy was pretty darn good. I know we were a lot better off then. Employment was pretty darn good for all races. For all races. I mean, anyway, I believe this is one of many attempts to elicit a response, an action, not just a verbal response, but this is an attempt to trigger a response. You know what I mean? And this is ongoing. This just keeps happening with different. This is just one example. It's just disgusting. It really is. I don't know what else to say about it. Share your thoughts. The United States is also sending, yes, sending another $8 billion in weapons to, you guessed it, your Ukraine. The Ukraine, of course. That little guy came over here and got a check, didn't he? I'm tired of that little weasel. I'm just tired of seeing pictures of him and video of him. I'm just tired of him. I really am. I can't help it. Vladimir Putin said, now get this. Think about this now, the way he worded this, at least the English translation. Aggression against Russia by any non-nuclear state, but with participation and support of a nuclear state, is proposed to be considered as their joint attack on the Russian Federation. So in other words, the way I'm reading this, now I know I'm no scholar, I'm not a Rhodes Scholar by any means, but as a layman, just regular dude here, the way I'm reading this is aggression or an attack against Russia by any non-nuclear state, Ukraine, but with participation and support of a nuclear state, United States and NATO, is considered as a joint attack on the Russian Federation. So what I'm reading this is, even if it's just Ukraine firing missiles into Russia proper, which they've been doing, with the help, participation, coordination supplied by NATO, including the United States, is considered an attack by NATO directly. I don't know about you, but that sounds like we're fair game. He's saying you're fair game now, including the United States. And I'll remind you, they have assets. They have nuclear submarines in this hemisphere. They have a naval presence in Cuba. No telling where else close to us, just like we have a lot around them. One morning, I keep saying it, I know. I keep saying it. One morning, we're going to wake up and it's going to be on fire. And people are going to be absolutely shocked. They're going to be shocked. Shock and awe. And I'm going to say, I've been saying it. Been warning. I've been warning it. Telling y'all, guys. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. If somebody doesn't step in and be the adult from this side and say, we got to end this. This is insane. This is going to not end well. We have to stop this and talk to the man. Talk to the man. Meet somewhere. I don't know. Get him in a room. How about cutting the checks off? How about stopping the flow of money to that little dude over there? The little guy. Well, he used to be a comedian, from what I understand. This ain't funny. That would help. How about trying that first? Not holding my breath, though. United States troops have been deployed to Cyprus as fears of a wider Middle East war intensify. I don't think it's beyond that. I think it's already there. There also could be used as possible evacuation of U.S. citizens from Lebanon. Man, if you're in Lebanon, you need to get on out of there. I don't care what part. Well, Dawg is in southern. I don't care if you're on the northern tip of Lebanon. Get the heck out of Lebanon. If the IDF is attacking, they're going to attack. I mean, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming at you. Also, it says that NATO is preparing for, quote, a huge number of casualties in the case of World War III scenario with Russia. Well, that's great news too. So to me, it sounds like they're planning for this and wanting it to happen. No matter what never mind what we say about it. We didn't vote for this, did we? Anyway, I'm just bringing you what is being reported. Sounds terrible, I know. We need to keep preparing to be able to hunker down for weeks, okay? Be checking your preps, working at it little by little. Extra items when you go to the store. Don't clear the shelves. We're not hoarders. Every time you go in, grab a few extra items, okay? As you're able. I know it's different for everybody with budget. But not just food and water. Check your other stuff, your medical supplies, your toiletries, toilet paper, the tomato plants, seeds, self-protection, your medications, that stuff you really use every day, often used items. Think about that. Do what you can. Try it every day to think about something you can do. Don't obsess over it. Don't, live your life. But think about what you can do to just do a little extra preparing. Store a little extra water. Just simple. Okay. Make it simple. Make it attainable. All right. Realistic. All right. I'm going to a passage because I'm just talking and talking. Okay. We are, let's see. Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter. I needed to hear this earlier, and this dog was like, you need to read this. Because you're kind of freaking out about the storm coming, because I can't control the wind. I can't control the wind. Who controls the wind? God controls the wind. I know. And I need to just let that go. What happens is going to happen. He has us. Right? Matthew chapter 6, verse 34 says, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. This is out of the devotional, the guidepost devotional. And again, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. This was part of a devotional. At the end, they have a little prayer. It says, Lord, thank you for taking care of my tomorrows, so I do not need to worry. Amen. Amen. All right. Let's keep in prayer. Let's be safe out there. Be careful. Keep up your preparations. Stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I'll see you soon.